Somebody asked, do you believe in soulmates? Why am I singing? Hey y'all. Imagine, come on. Hey y'all. Who would have thought? Actually, I would have, because I've been wanting to like create a YouTube channel for years.
Okay.
I'm gonna get into this video and answer y'all's questions, because first question is, what is my full name? My full name is KAZEMBIRE TJIPURA. Well, TJIPURA is my surname. KAZEMBIRE is my first name. But a lot of people know me as Pinky out in the streets. How old am I? I am 23 years old. And my birthday is on the 9th of February. That makes me an Aquarius. I'm an Aries.
No! God, please, no! No!
Where am I from? I am from Bentuk. I was born and raised here. Partially raised in Bentuk, actually. Partially raised in the villages of Aminus. What is my favorite color? I think a lot of people think that my favorite color is pink, and that is not true, guys. I have a lot of pink stuff there. Like, I genuinely have a lot of, like, I have a pink water bottle. I have a pink book, but pink is not my favorite color. Like, I always say I coincidentally always end up with like pink stuff, because people assume pink is my favorite color, but it's not. My favorite color is actually black or red. What's my favorite meal? I feel like I'm a foodie, right? So I feel like being a foodie, you don't really have a favorite meal. Like, you don't really have like your, I just love food, like food in general. So like, I feel like every good meal out there is, if it will go down, if it will hit the spot, then why not? If it's good, send it my way. Send it my way. What am I most insecure about? What am I most insecure about? I don't know. What are my pet peeves? Let's talk about my pet peeves, guys. My pet peeves. I hate loud people. Like, if you are loud unnecessarily, like, what are you doing? Like, what is the reason? Why? Like, why are you being loud? Secondly, and I feel like this is the one that really like makes my skin crawl to the ends of this world, is when I can hear somebody chew their food. Like, I mean, I can see that you're eating, but I don't understand why I have to hear you chew your food. Yeah. People who slam doors for no reason also. Like, why are you slamming the door? Like, are you trying to fight? Are you mad? Why are you angry? Like, do you need to talk about it? Like, I can talk to you about it, but you don't have to like slam the door, you know?
Stop it. Get some help.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Honestly, when I was younger, I was like, what did I want to be? I wanted to be a doctor, I think.
Okay.
I think I wanted to be a doctor when I was younger, because when I came out of high school, I wanted to study pathology. What is your go-to TV show or series? So, I am a reality TV show kind of girl. Like, not all things reality, but like reality TV shows like Love Island, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Orange County. But then also, I love me some First 48 or some Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. Now those three.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Those three are my go-to. Top 3 things about myself that make me the happiest. The fact that I can technically make myself like laugh off of stupid shit. Like I just feel like I'm genuinely funny to myself. Like genuinely like. Second thing is I'm a child. Like I'm a child on the inside. And so like it just makes me happy that I don't really necessarily take life too seriously. I take life seriously, but I just let myself be sometimes, you know, just let go and be me and do me and not give a shit about anything. So that's number 2. And number 3 is my I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I genuinely like the fact that I can always just brush things off makes me happy, because I'm like, then I really give a fuck about a lot of stuff. They don't really benefit me. So, what is your favorite personality trait? The fact that I'm an extrovert. Yeah. Even though sometimes obviously you want like time to yourself and you want to be by yourself, do you think whatever. But being an extrovert for me personally is a good like personality, because I can like socialize. But then when I shut down, I shut down. So it's like, what are your aspirations? It's not a funny question, but it reminds me of like Beyonce. Pretty. Yeah, reminds me of the song by Beyonce, Pretty. To make it in life, be happy, you know. What are your short-term goals? What are my short-term goals? My short-term goal was to start a YouTube channel. And hey, we have accomplished that one. So kudos to me. Kudos to you guys. Another short-term goal is to apparently get a 6-pack. I say apparently because I'm not being consistent. So I don't know how I expect myself to actually get a 6-pack if I'm not I'm not being consistent. Like I'm genuinely not being consistent at all. So somebody asked, what do you do now that you are a graduate? And what did you study? Bruh, me, I'm just at home. Ever since I graduated, like ever since we graduated, we've been in lockdown. So I've just been at home. Coronavirus! Eating my parents' food, sleeping, watching TV. Yeah. What did I study? I did a double major in
Wow.
I did a double major in psychology and sociology, and then I also did German as a business applied language for 3 years. What is your most favorite place that you've traveled to? So I've been to Paris, right? But I wasn't there long enough to be like, oh my gosh, like this is my favorite place. So at the moment, I would say the favorite place I've traveled to is Leipzig in Germany. I was happy, guys. I was so happy when I was in Leipzig. If you could get on a plane tomorrow to anywhere, where would you go? Where would I go? Tomorrow. Okay, since it's cold here and I don't really like mess with the cold like that, I would go to, I feel like I would go to like an island, you know, like have an island experience and just on an island, man. What is your biggest, why am I shouting?
A few moments later.
What is your biggest fear in life? What is my biggest fear in life? I feel like my biggest fear in life is losing somebody that I love, like a spouse. Like I never like, I just feel like I never want to experience like the loss of a spouse. Like that's my biggest fear in life. What are your weird habits? What are my weird habits? I don't know.
Okay.
I randomly in the house, I just start screaming. Like, I just make weird noises in the house. Randomly. If you could describe the perfect day for you, how would you phrase it? I feel like the perfect day for me would be like if I was with my friends and we were just having like proper girl time, you know, just talking, laughing, having a glass of wine, yo. Then like those days are really like you just sit back and you just realize like, wow, you know, I've really like created really great friendships, you know, like lifelong friendships. So yeah, just being like surrounded by my loved ones, honestly. So yeah. Whew. Somebody asked, how and with what do you fill yourself up with? What do I do? Like, what do I fill my soul up with? I read, but I feel like the one thing that I do the most to just like center myself or calm myself down is listening to music. So that's the number one thing that you could say I fill myself up with is definitely listening to music. I read. I don't pray as often as I should be praying, I think. But I also pray, you know. So who do you look up to and why? I don't really necessarily look up to anybody. If I were to like say I look up to somebody, I would say all the women in my life, because I feel like they're very strong, you know, very strong, independent. The women in my life. The women in my life. How long have you had your piercing for? I've had my piercing for 3 years now. Okay, somebody asked, do I have any tattoos? And no, my dad would kill me if I got any tattoos. Well, I don't think he would kill me, but he won't think it's a joke if I were to get any tattoos. So I don't have any. If I were to get any, I would get a semicolon, because it means, you know, there's a continuation to your life and you don't have to give up. And then I'll probably get a heart, because I'm obsessed with hearts. Like, somebody asked, do you believe in soulmates? Why am I singing? I don't know. I don't know if I believe in soulmates, because this is the thing. I am a lover. Like, I am in love. Like, I love love. I love everything about love. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. But then also, I've been crossed like a few times in my life. So it's like a mixture of, you don't really want to be naive and feel like, oh my god, this, you know, but also love is just a beautiful thing. Do you know what I'm saying? What is your love language? My love language is physical touch. That's number one. Like, hold my hand when we are like out in public or whatever. Like, just everything about physical affection is everything. Words of affirmation, definitely. And then the other thing is like, I love surprises. Like, and it's not about like the materialistic part of it. It's just like the fact that you thought about me, like whatever you were doing, like in your day or whatever, and you were like, maybe she would like this, or maybe. And it's like, it's not even like in a romantic way. Like, even if you're my friend, like Sosabra, and you're like, you know, maybe Pinky will like this. It just makes me feel like, wow, you thought of, like, you actually thought about me. Like, you thought about, like, you were like, oh wow. It just makes me feel like, oh, this person really thinks about me. Like, to the point where they feel like, you know what, let me get this girl something. Do you get what I'm saying? So what are your 5 non-negotiable things in a relationship? Like honesty. Like honesty. Like I need you to be honest. Like I need, just be honest, but I don't like the way, just be honest. And then number 2 is quality time. Like spending quality time with each other. Communication, definitely. That's a goat. Like I don't negotiate on that. Like we need to talk. Like if you're feeling some type of way, you need to come talk to me about it. Express yourself. Like let's create a safe space, you know. And number 4, respect. Like respect. There has to be respect in whatever relationship you're in for it to work. Because I just feel like it wouldn't work if like there wasn't like that mutual respect for each other as human beings, you know. Like just respect me, brah, and I'll respect you. And then, you know. And then number 5 is what is number 5? I don't know actually. Somebody asked, how many children do you want and why? You know, sometimes I say 2, sometimes I say I want 4, but I don't want an uneven number. But then sometimes I also think maybe 3. My ideal number would be 2 kids, because I just feel like right now the world is a mess right now. So I don't need to be bringing in like 4 or 5 or 6 kids into a world where, first of all, as black people, we're like already disadvantaged. So that's a whole other topic. And then the economy, it's just, I just feel like having 2 kids will be way more practical and functional. The last question is, what would you say is a defining moment in your life? And why does it hold so much resonance? And how did it contribute to making you the phenomenal woman that you are today?
Lovely.
That's a deep question. So technically these are like what, 3 questions in one. 3 questions in one. So what would I say was a defining moment in my life, or is a defining moment in my life? Definitely traveling to Germany for the first time, getting on a flight for the first time to go overseas by myself, leaving by myself for 6 weeks, you know, basically managing my own finances and just doing my own thing in a foreign country. That was like very, very defining for myself, because it taught me like, wow, like if you wanted to, you can pack up and leave, and actually like live and function on your own, and not being dependent on anybody or asking anybody for like assurance, or you know what I'm saying. Like, and why does it hold so much resonance? Because it just taught me like I'm great, man. Like I'm good. Like I'm I'm phenomenal. So those are the questions that I got. So I just want to say thank you guys. This is my first video, so I hope it's not like, it's not bad. I know it's not grand, but I hope it's not bad for my first video. Yeah, so yeah, guys, subscribe, like, and share the video. Share the video. Like, look at me. You look at me. Share the video and subscribe and like, because we are doing it. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching this video. So yeah, leave a comment.